Hey everyone, I'm just getting my bike ready for this weekend. We are going off to ride along Hadrian's Wall. Well, not along the wall, but where the route is. And yeah, I just wanted to give an update on the setup that I've got and just a couple of the things that I do for bike packing / overnight travel on the bikes. So I have been using these Schwalbe G1 all-round tires. This is my second set. When they start to wear down, they do have a bit more of a propensity for punctures, obviously, and the front tire just kept blowing out. Well, it kept getting punctures, so onto the second set. But yeah, they've been pretty good. They've been pretty grippy even in rough conditions. I've got a Evoque frame pack on the front, handlebar bag. This one's okay. It sort of cinches down with this sort of boa thing. It doesn't hold that much, so I just kind of roll up some jackets and sort of like layers and put them in there. It's quick enough to take off, but it's not the best thing ever. But yeah, seems to do all right. Then I've got my GoPro on a click fix mount, which means I can pop it on and off pretty quickly. So if I'm cycling along and I see something I want to point the camera at, I can do that. So that is quite handy. Doesn't take up much space on the handlebars and is easy enough to take on and off. Then I've got the top tube bag. I've forgotten Revelate Designs, I think it is. Mag tank. And yeah, it's pretty easy to open and it stays closed when you want it to stay closed. I've got it on a Topeak quick release mount, which means I can just pop it off if I need to. It's just an easy thing for somebody to come along and open up, so sometimes if you're staying away from the bike, it's good to take it off. I've got a Blackburn Outpost frame bag, and it's mostly energy gels and some inner tubes and some other things in there, stuff I needed along the ride. Then I've got the fabric tool keg, which is like my, that's on my back the whole time. I don't really move that one. I've moved the bottle cage down with the, I think it's a wolf tooth adapter, so that it just brings it down a little bit so I can actually get a bottle, a bit tight, but I can get a bottle in there. And then I just mount the other bottle below. I normally strap this on, which I'll do later. Yeah, got a bit of a space there, so I put the inner tube there, which normally lives behind the saddle. Then I've got a Topeak rear saddle pack. Some flip-flops on top of it, and my Garmin light mounted on the back. And one of the recent additions is an SLX 11-speed rear cassette. So this one is 11 to 40, I think, and it's quite maxed out on my GRX RX 400 rear derailleur, which is a 10-speed derailleur. But I mean, the 10-speed derailleur does cope with 11 speeds as long as you've got 11-speed shifters. So I have these GRX, these are the 600 series. So these are 11-speed shifters, and I had them before just using 10 speeds on them, where you just, you have the 10-speed cassette and the 10-speed rear derailleur, and you just make sure the limits are right, and then it's fine. But you put an 11-speed cassette on it, and you can fiddle it to get it to work. It's maybe a bit touchy to get it set up, but it rides, it shifts just fine now. The one thing I do notice is that cassette feels quite pingy in a way. Like So when you're shifting, sometimes it sort of twangs a bit. But in general riding, it's fine. It's just a bit of the construction of that cassette specifically just has a bit of a strange sound. So at first I thought there was issues with it, but no, it's fine. But yeah, so that's my setup. I do also have an Evoc saddle pack, which I use. Sorry, not saddle pack, waist pack, sort of bum bag thing, which is pretty big and holds all sorts of other things that I need during the ride. But yeah, that's me set up for 4 days of riding, and yeah, would be fun. I will let you know how it goes. Cheers.